Darzone back at it again. Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, we gotta be rocking these for now until the Raspberry Pi 4 gets up to date. But this is a cool one, especially if you like older retro games and PlayStation 1. That's really where I see this one shining. It's not too many bells and whistles. I think it's right in the middle, just enough. As you see, no bezels on the games, and it just doesn't have a lot of add-ons installed, but it's easy to install your own. But it also has a lot of things already set up for you and really rocking a cool little image. It's over 20,000 games, 30 plus systems. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. We'll check out what version of Retropie it's on, how big of a file it is, and play some games. Alright, so we do have the bezel project on here. We can change themes, Hershey's themes randomizer, all this other good stuff. Let's go ahead and check out what Retropie build we're on. 4.5.1. Running, it even tells you Raspbian Stretch. So this should work for the Raspberry Pi B Plus and B. Let's go ahead and go back. So right off the bat, 20,000 games on this system. Look at that little grid right there. And as far as pre-installed themes, you've got this custom King theme based off the Gestalt theme, and then you got a bunch of neons, neons, so lots of stuff. Let's keep it on the King for now. We turned off our background music. We're running the Xbox 360 style controller. Oh look, the PlayStation Classic. We have all the original PlayStation Classic games. I've been looking at a lot of that recently. So before we jump into this, you know, what's going on in the scene right now? Why are you showing off old builds? It's not really old. It's actually brand new, but it's for the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. And the Raspberry Pi 4 did come out, but it's yet to get the correct software, the optimization, to really showcase its power. With all that said, a lot of things going on right now in the PlayStation Classic community, and also we got things like the Odroid, and then just emulating on old laptops, phones, and things like that. Those are all really good solutions. However, the Raspberry Pi has this kind of lore to it, this you know, big community of people that love it, and I love it. And here we go, continuing on the legacy. Retropie continues to get updated, so new features do come out. As far as these builds, really the difference is in the game lists when you get to the CD-based games, and then the customization, how fast the menus load, the artwork, and just how you like it out of the box or not. That being said, I can tell you right now, something that changes this from the rest is he does have a lot of these mini systems. He has his own favorites that he posted, and then he gives you the classic editions of the games. And if you notice, we also passed some hack sections as well. So you notice that there's Mega Drive hacks, so some fan-based games, some hacked games, and these are kind of cool to have as well. And then in ports, we have some full versions as well. Now, there's a lot of 256 gigabyte images out there, and so these are PSP minis. Yeah. PlayStation 202. It's pretty epic. So a lot of PlayStation games. There's a big differentiator right there. So here's a list of the PS1 games. The Pi, as far as, you know, lag and running emulation well, it really tops out at about PlayStation. You can't do Sega Saturn, and there's quite a few, there's only about half, if not less, that work for the Nintendo 64, for example. So all these systems, though, run very well. And there's quite a large arcade set that works for the Raspberry Pi as well. Community games, nice. Something that he's also really well known for is having a huge Amiga collection. So here you go, 2,600 games. So since we're starting with Amiga, let's just go through the game list really quick. Amiga 2601. Remember, on your first boot, you want to go ahead and start the emulator here and change the processor. It's very easy to do. Just click that, click there, go to processor, switch to the other one. You should be squared away after that. Amiga CD 138, Amstrad 1850, arcade, over 1,700 arcade games. And as you see, you have, it looks like it's just artwork on the arcade games. Nope, artwork and video snaps. Nice. Very cool. It just takes a moment there. This should also have screensavers. Yes, it does. You hit select, and it has a bunch of different screensavers. I have a feeling these are people he knows in the community around the world. Cool stuff. Atari 2600, 630. Atari 5200, 96. Atari 7800, 58. Atari 800, 126. You don't see that very often. Atari Lynx 83. Commodore 64, 3890. This is how you get these large, like 20,000 games on a 256 gigabyte micro SD card. Yeah, well, a lot of these games are small. ColecoVision 140. Daphne, you got 5. These are your 5. A lot of people ask, what 256 has Daphne on it? Well, here's one for you. Family Computer System 274. Family Computer Disk System 126. Some portable games. We got Game Gear 265, Game Boy 45, Game Boy Advance 1036. These are all the games that they make. 581 on color. Intellivision 119, Sega Master System 271, Sega Mega Drive Japanese 185, Sega Mega Drive 766, Sega Mega Drive Hacks 256 games. Look at that. They have Angry Birds in Russia. All right. Angry Birds Star Wars. MSX 579, Nintendo 64, only 16. So this is how he's able to get so many PS1 games. You probably skimped a little here, which is totally fine. Die Hard 64, I haven't tried that one. I'll have to see what that's all about. Super Mario Brothers 64. Yoshi's Story. Neo Geo CD 81, that's cool to see. A lot of times people pass this up. Nintendo 781, Hacks 251, PC Engine 209, CD-ROM, PC Engine 42 ports. We saw those earlier. The 6 full games. PSP Mini 16. PlayStation 202. 32X36. That's all of them. Scum VM 34. That's a nice little collection. Not too many. Sega Mega Drive or Sega CD. I mean, or Sega Mega CD, also known as that. There you even have some Mega CD cases there. 131 of those. Super Graphics 5. Super Famicom 220. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all of them. Super Nintendo CD, a little bit better audio on these. 30 Super Nintendo Hacks, 143. 6800 Sharp, 94. ZX Sinclair, 1293. And now all the things on this point these are all collections. If you want to turn these off, it's very easy. As you can see, he has custom game selections. He has 13 of these. All I would do is uncheck these boxes. Okay, but I'm going to leave them checked so you can see what it's like stock, but it's that easy to turn these off. Press start on your controller, go to game selections, and you can turn on and off those game lists. But here you go, Amiga Classics. These are the 30 classic Amiga games. Arcade Classics, 41. The C64, 61. Cartridge 64, 297. So community, these are people that all work with him, their favorite games. So I would totally spend a little bit of time in here and checking out what people really love about retro gaming. And I can tell you right now, there are some really, which one did I leave that one? There are some really good games here to check out. CPS System 73, Darius Zone himself, his favorite games he included as well. Sega Mega Drive Classics, Neo Geo, I guess this is all Neo Geo games. I mean, it looks like all the Neo Geo games. NES Classic 30, PlayStation Classic 20, Super Nintendo Classic 21, and then all of your games here. All right, so let's go ahead. I want to play with what they like to play and, see what they're all about. I mean, I know a lot of these games are good. Let's start at the bottom of the alphabet. Okay, Zach, I don't want to get into that right now. Wipeout, a lot of fun, good racing game. Turrican, really good game. Tron, all right. Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider Chronicles. Dang, he likes the Tomb Raider. I like the Tomb Raider. Okay, The Last Ninja, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, I played that so many times. Super Street Fighter 2, Super Sprint. Let's see how we could do in this arcade game here. Get out of my way. I'm gonna lap you too, bruh. What'd it do? There we go. Now we're playing. Winner Circle, DrewTalks. Alright, cool game. Arcade running well. Super Metroid, awesome game. Castlevania. Oop. Oop. Where did I leave? Okay, I want to go to Dark. The DZ. Okay, a lot of Silent Hill, Street Fighters. A lot of PlayStation games. Alright, golf games. I don't want to play anything that's going to take forever to load. It's a lot of Doom. Badlands is like another version of that other racing game. Alright, let's see what the community says. Alright, Sonic 2. So far, I'm really liking how peppy the image is. Very responsive. Not a lot of load times. No bezels, by the way. So you have to turn those on manually, it looks like. Woo! Alright, so that's running good. Shadowgate. A lot of arcade games here. Amiga, SNES. What do we got? Final Fantasy. Okay, we're not going to get into that in this video. Okay, let's, I want to try a Super Nintendo CD really quick. Let's go ahead and try Mortal Kombat 2. My bad. Whoa, that wasn't cool. I'm trying to get my... Yo, he only won because I'm trying to get my controls right. Back forward punch. Let's go. Alright, there we go. Is it forward back punch? Dang, I'm going to keep that in there because of the fatality. Nice. Alright, so Super Nintendo's running good. Since we're doing all the PlayStation Classic stuff recently, let's go ahead and just play some so you can see how it plays. One thing that this definitely has over the PS Classic is the controller compatibility. You can run any, 90% of the USB control, not 90, but a good amount of USB controllers out there on the market. You can still save your state, do all the stuff you could do with the PlayStation Classic. But, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, you really got a lot of controllers you can pick from. I want to do this double kick right here. There we go. You could do a Super Nintendo controller, Logitech controllers, the GameCert controller. So you got a lot of options there. So okay, so there you go. It's running really good. Okay, we played all that. Let's just play maybe a Neo Geo CD game. Some Metal Slug. Machine gun. Oh, whoops. I forgot that gun's maybe not the right gun to go for there. I believe you should be able to hit all those out, but I'm scared. Scared of the bombs. Oh man. Watch out for the rocks. Alright, well there you have it. Zone 256 gigabyte King image. A couple things you should know is it may not fit on a SanDisk Ultra. When it's all said and done, he uses a Samsung. I'll put a link to the one that he uses. So make sure you have that. I'm running it on a 400 gigabyte SD card because that's what I have lying around. It should fit on the Samsung 256 gigabyte, no problem. But do know that. Just looking at the file size, it downloads straight. There is nothing to unrar. It's 238 gigabytes. That's going to be 256,087,000,000 bytes. So make sure you have an SD card at least that big. And then all you need to do is get a program like Etcher, and then you put in your micro SD card, format it, and then go ahead and write it to your disk. Overall, I'm going to have to give this an A. I mean, I see nothing wrong with it. It has a lot of really great built-in things. Nothing super crazy, nothing, but just basic bezel project themes. It has a clear theme to it. It's a really good base image if you want to build on it, add more to it. But it's also, if you want to clean it up, make it simpler, you can just turn off the collections there. Again, it's really focused around Amiga and some of the older systems and PlayStation 1. It does not have a large Nintendo 64. It has no Dreamcast whatsoever. So if that's what you're looking for, maybe this isn't the right way to go. But if you like those older arcade games plus, or old school retro games plus arcade set plus the PlayStation set, then this is a good image for you. So that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.